right, it's 7 o'clock, Martin, let's go.
We lost another light bulb. Hi, welcome to our township meeting. Let's have the pledge of the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
7 o'clock. Okay. Is it about 7:01 maybe? Roll call.
Mark Wilkes.
Here.
Mark Frazier.
Here.
Francis Griffith.
Here.
Veronica Howard here. Troy Parmalee.
Here.
Okay, the agenda, any additions, corrections, or changes? Good. Okay, make a motion.
Make a motion.
Butch made a motion to approve.
Second.
Seconded by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, you should have your minutes from January 8th, 2025.
Make a motion that we approve.
The minutes, Butch, okay.
Second.
Mark, second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All eight, okay. Public comments, no one in the public right now. Okay. Troy, do we have a sheriff's report?
We do, looks like there were 123 calls for service, 37 of them were traffic stops.
Okay, all right, thank you. Perfect. SEDP.
SCDP.
CISA.
Oh, CISA, I'm sorry, CISA.
The big thing at the CISA meeting was we approved the purchase of a remount for an ambulance that the chassis is no good anyway,
Oh, okay.
so we're putting a new chassis on it. We found a company in Michigan that'll do it considerably less than Lifeline will. So about 100, we'll be in the neighborhood of $150,000.
Okay, wow, okay.
Which is considerably less than almost 300 for a new one.
So it's 2,000.
Yeah, no, it's half of a new one.
Wow. Okay, wow. Everything copacetic there then at CISA?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. DDA, well, let's see, DDA. Yeah, we're going to meet April, but I had to send a message out because we had another lamp post that got hit on Lansing Road right across from our new business, Lifetime Metals. And luckily, a DDA member called and talked to Mr. Grinnell on the CISA. He went back and made sure that they had the license plate and insurance. I have talked to Consumers Energy, and they're working on trying to get us a replacement pole as soon as ASAP. So that,
So within the next 5 years.
cross our fingers, sooner than that we hope.
Weren't they buying extra poles?
My, oh my. So I don't know, it was Sunday at about 1:30 in the afternoon, you know, and it wasn't a bad Sunday, you know, so I'm not sure. Butch and I said maybe it was a deer, you know, you never know what happened. Don't know. Zoning, we did get the zoning mailed to us, and I thought I brought it here. Maybe a copy, and I'm trying to find it.
Right there.
Right here, right in front of me. Okay. This last month, we had some property on Britton Road that had a bunch of junk in it, and it says it's completed, so 1/20/25. The inspection was completed, so this is completed. And then we had something in Forest Green subdivision, which was not cleaned up, more junk. And then a trailer, application fee for a new trailer in the Britton Road on the countryside. There's 2 of those. And then there's another on Lansing Road, Lyman construction.
Pole barn.
Oh, pole barn did fill, yeah. And then we've got another building permit for some resident, South End 52, 12300.
Addition.
It's an addition, he's got two things going, an addition and also a primary structure
It's a condition.
setback and all rules, so I think about the $300. The last one was in Morris, and it's an address request. That's what we had for a month, okay? Our new county commissioner is in Woodhall right now speaking to the members there, so Matt will probably be here later. Library Mark.
It looks like they've promoted one of the librarians to a new position as Community Engagement and Digital Services Librarian. And she also, I guess, goes out and does substitute if somebody's sick, but
Okay.
because they're, obviously digital services have become more important in the libraries. And
Oh, sure.
to that, there's a new digital newsletter called Bookmark, and we'll have slides at upcoming events at the libraries about that. And they have a subscription with BookPage that includes a digital version for patrons to view online. Canopy is a new digital service for patrons to download or stream videos.
Huh,
So I would
Called
suggest
Canopy?
that, Canopy with a K.
okay.
And what I would suggest is if somebody wants to do this with the digital stuff, to go to the library and talk to the librarian and find out what you gotta do, because I don't have all that information here. And Katie's applied for a grant called the Digital Michigan Newspaper Grant.
Oh,
And that grant would provide scanning and preserving of the Perry Journal with editions from 1890 to 1940.
oh my.
So some history stuff there. And the month of February is Adult Winter Reading Month. And call Yeti to read. I get Yeti to read. Okay. There again, I talk to librarians or call the office and get the information. But there's quite a bit going on, and she's working real hard to keep this thing relevant to
Yeah.
people using it. So
Okay, libraries doing good. All right, thanks, Mark. SEDP, Economic Development.
okay. Of course, a big thing that was going on there was in the personnel manual. We've got to make changes to do with this Earned Sick Time Act.
Is that going ahead in place or no?
Well, we don't know.
Oh, it's kind of up in the air.
We don't want to wait and then get burned on it.
Right.
Really, other than that, we had a program at the last meeting from Tyler Rossmussel. Wow, that's quite a name. He is Justin's counterpart in Genesee County
Oh,
and has been working on the Mundy Township project,
oh,
which is,
is it up or down?
it looks like it's going to be up.
Oh, okay.
There was a number of sites around the country that were being looked at, and that is the top site, because they have 1,000 acres that's contiguous, there's no roads running through it. And it will be CHIPS, and it is American company that's doing this. Eventually, when all 4 plant buildings are up, it is probably 7,500 to 10,000 jobs, and all in the 100,000 plus range.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
Well, it'll
So-
be an economic boom for Genesee County.
it will be for
Or
Shiawassee
this whole area.
County too, because
Yeah.
it's right almost on the border.
It's right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's northwest of the airport,
Yeah.
or west, so.
West of the airport, yeah. Yeah.
It's northwest, it's the northwest corner of Mundy Township, basically, so it looks pretty
Promising?
good. There's a lot of things that can't be said about it at this point, but I guess.
The main company, where are they out of? Any idea?
I knew that, I don't know it right this minute,
Okay.
but it is a United States company,
North America somewhere.
someplace in the United States.
Okay.
And then Monday was the annual meeting for SEDP.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, sorry.
I was home all day. Except I was up here looking at this thing at noon.
Anyway,
Where was it at?
It was at the Lebowski Center.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you're going to the one at the end of the month, and I'm thinking that's the one I thought you were going.
So
So
I went and it was
you
pretty
did go.
good.
Okay.
And we had a program by, not the head of MEDC, but the second guy in command, because the other guy couldn't be there.
Okay.
We had some short things from other people, like somebody from the grant company and, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And the project of the year is the condos in Owasso, and he was getting all those awards. Didn't expect it coming. He was quite flabbergasted. And Justin was given a surprise award that Tom, the attorney in town here, Tom
Bridges?
Bridges.
He went and bought this award. I was quite surprised.
Okay.
And it's a plaque with a golden shovel on it for all the
Cool.
shovel things. And Justin was quite wowed by that. So
Okay.
that was pretty cool. At the land bank, we accepted the only proposal we got on the properties in Lennon that are residential properties from a builder to start moving forward on developing that. And he's trying to get the school that's next door that's abandoned to put apartments and stuff in. So he's working hard, and I think that's going to be a big thing, because it's pretty close to the Mundy Township development. So
Oh, yeah.
plus the autonomous dredge plant on the southeast corner of the county at 69 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's 150 jobs. So housing's going to become
Issue.
a bigger thing as we move forward.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
our
it.
SEP, okay, and the planning commission,
Planning Commission, we had a great meeting with two people from Woodhall, the
Yeah.
supervisor and head of Planning Commission, and two people from Antrim, Lori and Mike Godfrey. And the discussion was, of course, about whether we move forward, how we could move forward, combining a number of townships together to defray costs, to put our own
Plan.
zoning and planning in place. And it's quite, there's a lot of enthusiasm to move forward on that. People are just frustrated, and
sure.
to that end, the letter was completed to go to Pete Preston and other people at the county, like Brian Boggs and people like that wanted to know why we can't get notified when a project has been finalized or extended, the permit's extended or whatever, when there's a change in the status. And in addition, three things in this county, or in this township, were brought up in the letter: the fire damaged house at 52 and Church,
Yeah.
the trailer across Britain Road from the trailer park,
Right.
and Slocum's that appears to be open, but nobody knows if it's been finalized or what the deal is. So,
And if I can add on to that, Monday, I got an email from the office building official, Silvio, from the county, and whom it may concern, the property owned at the reference address has approved and finalized out building permits for 2 stories buildings at the reference address. There is 1 outstanding building permit for the office. There are 2 issued certificates of occupancy for the completed buildings. Copies are the one and the other. So we
Okay.
got that and printed it
Good,
out Monday.
good. And then the other thing is that Beth has sent some communication around to the Planning Commission that is about, she's talked to other townships about what they do with the planning and zoning issues, and she has some job descriptions and so forth about that. And it's pretty interesting, and it brought up a lot of things that we need to do that we didn't even think about. For instance, we're gonna have to put together a ZBA board,
Oh,
because there'll be appeals. There, you know, a lot of things like that.
Sure.
How we pay the person as a subcontractor or as a employee, all those kind of things that we've got to deal with. So it's becoming more imminent, but at the same time, it's also, we're seeing lots more work that we didn't really expect.
sure.
So
Okay,
that's,
good, Mark. Okay. All right. And their next meeting is February, it would be the,
Thursday.
what day is it?
I don't know.
about the
Thursday.
20th, somewhere in there.
20th, yeah.
And you're gonna cover me, right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
I'll be there. Okay, financial report and pay the bills, Troy.
All right, you have your bills listed in front of you. Nothing out of the ordinary at all this month. Any questions on the bills?
Okay, looks good. Now, what is this one here? Ambulance. Is that money we got from?
Oh, that's tax money coming in.
Oh, tax money. Okay. All right. I'll make a motion that we pay the bills for this January 9th through February 5th. Which seconded? Okay, roll call vote. Veronica?
Francis Griffith,
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee,
Yes.
Mark Foltz.
Yes.
Mark Frazier.
Yes.
Okay. Correspondence, we only had really one I printed off, which was the U.S. Census Bureau on the boundaries survey, which they do about every year. Troy and I talked about it, really there's no, they've got the inspections made, so we really don't have to do anything, so that's what we got though. Okay, any other communications, Veronica, that I might have left off?
Nope, just that cute
CISA,
Shiawassee
or
County one.
Shiawassee, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we didn't have a 911 or a police report.
Yeah, he went over it.
Oh, did he? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Let's see, what else? Okay, Township letter on the
I kind of covered that.
Planning Commission, Mark covered. I will say that I do know that the director of the zoning board information was discussed with him from Dr. Boggs.
Okay.
And so that's probably why we got the information that we got. And so anyway, that's a good thing. It's a
Yes,
good thing.
yes.
Okay. Check. And then continue to work on proposal for HVAC. We did get the other one we didn't get until this last week was Steve's Plumbing. You should have got a copy. And again, we're just kind of holding off until we can kind of firm up prices, agree on, et cetera, et cetera. So
Well,
we're probably going to redo what we're going to do also. You know,
okay.
keep that with your information. Right, Troy? Agreed. All right. Veronica's got some things she's typed out for us. New business, adopt 2025, 2026 meeting dates. Veronica. It looks similar to last year's, except the ending date, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So this year's meeting dates, they all fell not on holidays or anything, so they should all be on that first Wednesday of each month at 7 p.m.
Okay. You all have a
Motion to set the meetings for 25, 26, the first Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Second.
Second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll give you a copy for your records.
Okay. And you're not doing like a early start for the March meeting, you used to do it in your regular meeting,
Regular.
Looks to be
7
pretty
o'clock.
regular.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks to be pretty regular, but
Okay.
you certainly are welcome to this if you want.
Well, you usually do the budget on the March.
We're just doing it at 7.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And then update hall rental fee. Veronica has a form she filled us out on the rates and the rates. Something should be highlighted for you. Okay.
So for the hall rental we had, the showers for the 75 people or less for non-residents, the deposit was $175, but for our regular parties for 75 people or less was set at $100. And
Doesn't make any sense.
yeah, so I talked to Kelly and we decided to up the deposit of the regular parties to $125 also.
Okay.
Motion to adjust the hall rental rates?
Troy, okay.
Second.
Mark, second, okay. All in favor, roll call vote, Terry.
Yeah.
Veronica?
Mark Foltz?
Yes.
Mark Frazier?
Yes.
Francis Griffith?
Yes.
Veronica Howard? Yes. Troy Parmalee?
Yes.
Okay, Troy, retention bond bid from our mower man. Brush hog retention bonds.
So if you recall, we normally have our retention ponds brush hogged every other year, just to keep down, this is in the industrial park, to keep it from becoming a forest.
Is that pretty normal price?
Yes. It's more than I think it should be, but it's, I mean, we bid it before, and that's what they.
How much is that property?
Yeah.
How big is that property?
So it's the 2 retention bonds at each end. I mean, I don't know how big they are, half acre apiece.
Oh, just out of curiosity.
I don't disagree, it's more than I think it should be, Rich.
Yeah, motion to do this.
What, Mark? Motion to approve.
Yeah.
All right. Butch, okay, second. Veronica? Are you ready? Roll call. Vote. Okay.
Mark Frazier?
Yes.
Francis Griffith?
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee?
Yes.
Mark Foltz?
Yes. All right. Adopt federal poverty guidelines. We do that every year, don't we, Troy?
Yep.
Should have something in your folder on that review. And I think we can't set any lower than that. It shall not be set lower by.
So what it is, we have a poverty guideline policy, and we have to update it every year based on the federal poverty guidelines, because they adjust for inflation. So none of the rest of the policy changes, it's just the dollar amounts. And we can be more lenient, but we can't be any more strict, so.
Okay.
This is what we've always done, is we adopt the federal guidelines.
Guidelines.
Yeah, motion to adopt the federal guidelines.
Mark,
of poverty.
okay. Second by Butch. We'll just do it.
We do, because it's a policy.
Policy, okay. Veronica?
Francis Griffith?
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee?
Yes.
Mark Foltz?
Yes.
Mark Frazier?
Yes.
Okay. A little excitement here. Some of us went to Martha Bayshore's kind of a celebration for Jim Bayshore had passed away, and it was over at the Woodhall Township, and there was an AED on the wall, and so I looked at it and
Set up.
opened the door and set the alarm, and everybody looked at me like, wow. And I said, Troy, we need one of those. He said, yeah, all right, Mark. So anyway, we got a quote, and I talked to our Dan Monroe and different ones. This is who he uses, and he said, Mark, you're a couple $100 cheaper. Well, this is National Heart Month, and actually this month it's a $200 discount, so instead of it being about $1,500, it's $1,319.
So what Mark was suggesting is that we have an AED put on the wall somewhere.
Probably between the bathrooms or back in that area.
And I suggested he talk to Dan Monroe, our deputy chief of EMS, just
Make sure.
is this the right brand, is all this, and he said this would be the one he would buy. They do, like Bennington's, they go out and do the service on it and all of that, so.
Just picked up a
Is there any
battery
liability?
this last week.
Is there any liability if
I
you got
don't
one?
believe there is.
I believe,
It's covered under the Good Samaritan.
right, and I believe that if we don't do it, at some point, we're gonna be required to do it.
I
The
think
price
it's
is gonna
probably
go
right.
up.
It's less than I thought, and there is a lot of extras you see in here. Anyway, he was very happy. He said, "Oh, that's who I would get, Mark." And I said, "Well, okay." I looked online and there were several. I'm glad I set the chairs up.
Take the shortcut.
Take a shortcut? Did I see you somewhere before?
Yeah.
So what's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion, we buy it.
Okay, Mark's made a motion.
I'll second
Oh,
it.
look at that, Veronica, okay. I didn't twist her arm. Roll call vote.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee,
Yes.
Mark Foltz,
Yes.
Mark Frazier,
Yes.
Francis Griffin.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna skip a couple of these things and go right down to the discussion of the 2025 road projects by our road director, Chris Cannon. How was the Woodlawn? We adopted that.
We're all fine, Mark. Thanks.
We are good. So you're still, you come there together and you left together, so I think that's a good thing, right?
Stopped at Charlie's, had a quick.
Good evening.
And your timing is just immaculate. In
Perfect
fact,
timing, huh?
We've all got our little photos.
Hi, thank you very much for having us tonight. So with me this evening is.
Do you have it? Do you have it?
Yeah, we have.
Thanks,
All
John.
right.
Start with John. Start with John.
Should be off.
Okay, okay.
So Commissioner Rick Crawford is with me this evening, Commissioner John Plowman, Commissioner Mike Constein, and Superintendent of Operations Jeremy Dietz, and I'm Managing Director Chris Cannon. So once again, thank you very much for having us. As you all know, that each and every year we come in and talk about potential road projects and for the up and coming 2025 construction season. And put together a little list for you folks after some dialogue and ideas of where we may want to go. And this year, our big project that the Road Commission funds is coming down Morris Road, down to the bottom, to Braden Road, going to jog over on Braden, to Morris Road again, and then go down to the bottom to the county line. That is our big project for Perry Township. So your Morris Road will then be complete. We're going to also do north of Lansing Road. We're going to actually start in Bennington Township, come down to Lansing Road, hop over Morris, and drop back down at the village limits and then head south. So with that being said, anything on your sheet, if you notice, there's nothing in red. Everything is in black. That means these are solid numbers. So nothing has to go out for bid, which is a really good thing for budgeting purposes for Perry Township. The first item on there is the Ellsworth Road from M52 to Morris Road. That's 2.13 miles, 1,750 tons of asphalt, and that's estimated at a price of $212,000. And usually then the invoice for that will be lower than that. But that is the most that's going to be. Okay. The Rupert Road, which ties into your Ellsworth up here, out to 52, the little ear, it only makes sense to grab that right now. It needs it. We all know that. I just drove it again myself coming in, and tie it into your Ellsworth Road to have that whole corner done. And I should mention, with our big project, we have extended the company that did our project last year, Ace Saginaw Asphalt, and they are selling us asphalt for $74.50 a ton. Great price right now. And they elected to extend it for 2025 for all of our projects that we're doing at the Road Commission, along with anything that touches our big project from a township. So Perry Township is going to benefit at $74.50 on the Ellsworth Road touching our project, and then also the Rupert Road. So that's great. We always try to push townships to jump on board with our big project. You save a lot of money that way. The third project on your list for paving is going to be the Braden Road from Morris Road down to Cork Road, down to the Antrim Township line. That also is an extension of our Braden Road we're paving at $74.50. So that 0.75 miles at 650 tons would be at $74.50 a ton, at a total of $77,000.
their little section of route put up there is $30,000. That's, the next one on there is gonna be the church road, from Morris Road west to the blacktop ends. If I remember right, Troy, you wanted that on there, just to see what that
Well,
would
it
be?
touches.
It
right,
makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Our goal is to try and, if we can, I mean,
Sure.
the order you've gone on is the order we're gonna do them if we have to cut.
Sure.
So, I mean, but,
Yep, absolutely, and that's why you see that's at the very bottom of your asphalt list, so, basically what this is a Christmas list, and whatever one you want to do, we'll certainly do for you. Gravel, we've got one project on there for gravel, and that's Ellsworth Road from Morris Road over to the Antrim Township line, 0.75 miles, $13.48 a ton, $13,480, that's a concrete price.
What's that on here?
That gravel's not on there?
it wasn't on our original.
What is going on with the gravel projects?
I don't know that we'll be
You have
doing
an
it.
idea?
I don't know
Yeah.
that we'll be
You know,
doing
you're
it.
fine.
All you can get is
Wait,
get,
wait.
yeah, it's right.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
I would love one so that I can take my notes on it. Thanks.
So where did that come from, Mark? You know, where?
So that's gonna be right down here at the other side of Morris Road, down to,
It wasn't on the original one, was it? No, I'm looking.
Okay, all right, it doesn't matter.
so anyways, then,
We
so
did
that's,
talk about that though, at one time.
Right, we
About
did.
gravel. Yeah, we did talk.
absolutely. And maybe this came out after we talked about it and we missed the folder, when we.
Yeah, it wasn't on our original one, but
I've got the original, it wasn't.
Okay.
That's it, but anyway, okay.
So, moving on to the Minwell brine, your third in the rotation. And the only thing that changed on Minwell brine is the company did not extend their prices again this year. So we put it out for bid, and they were awarded low bid again, and it went up 1 penny. It was 20 cents a gallon last year, 21 cents a gallon this year.
Okay.
So the first application is gonna be 2,000 gallons a mile, and that's $11,445. A week later, we come in and we do a boost, just exactly like we did last year. This all started when Eagle was complaining about the amount of brine that was going on the road at one applications. So Michigan Chloride thought, let's be proactive with it. We're gonna put 2,000 gallons on. A week later, we're gonna come back in and rejuvenate it and throw another 1,000 on it.
it works better doing
It's
it.
proven to be great.
It's-
I'm glad they did it. so.
We have less mud.
And less complaints, you know,
Yep.
so.
It seems like what it does is it just rejuvenates the first application is what we're seeing, and it tightens right up. So it's been a great plan. So we're happy with the outcome. Gradall, you're number one coming out of the gate. So Road 4 will be getting in contact with you and Troy. Get some ideas if you've heard from constituents of ideas where you want to go, and if you don't have any ideas, he can certainly go take a ride and show you where he's thinking. So, once again, the commissioners have elected to contribute $35,000 to each township for anything towards a road project, and so you can throw that on any one of them. 2022, Perry Township contributed $102,133.03 toward road projects. 2023 was $116,074.43, and last year was $149,876.88. Beardsley Road, I thought came out wonderful, so thank you for doing that road. It came out wonderful. Along with the crack ceiling and the forestry, I thought that our phone was gonna ring off the hook. And the way we did it with going out, sending out letters to each and every resident in the subdivision, we never heard a word.
No, not a word.
No, it went much smoother than I thought.
And it came out, I think it came out.
I mean, I thought we would have to put on a call center to answer the phones,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris,
we're
just-
surprised.
And a thank you for working with Troy and I, because we had some money, 35,000, that we were trying, that was left over from ARPA funds. So thank you for signing the first, well, you applied your you applied your
Yeah, well, it
contribution.
was the Ellsworth Road one,
But
yes.
so we got the first item all signed, sealed, and delivered.
Right, sure.
So thank you for that.
Not a problem, you're very welcome. We went in and before we crack filled the subdivision, Forest Greens, we went ahead and bermed it also. There was quite a bit of berm on the shoulder of the road, and so we scraped that all off with equipment, hauled it out of there and swept it, and that way they could get the crack from the edge of metal to edge of metal, so to speak, from each side of the asphalt, so we went ahead and it looks good. I think it came out great.
And Sean called me at 8:05 today about the trees, and so we got that, and the ones that you were doing, and then the one from one of the members of our board review.
Sure.
Over there off
Right.
Road Road, so thank you. That was-
So,
You're welcome.
question, what is the next 4 or 5 year plan on major road projects?
So Beard Road, we're down for 2025. We're gonna, once we get Morris Road done here, in 25, we're gonna hop over to Beard Road at Byron Road.
Okay.
And we're gonna start marching west. And,
So are you gonna do some this year?
yes,
Okay.
yep, absolutely. We're gonna do some this year, and we're also gonna do some up on Meridian Road. So what we're doing, we're trying to kind of spread the wealth a little bit and move around. So some of these townships, it's been since 2018 since they had any paving done from us on our big projects. So right now, the company that we're dealing with, they're not all about just doing 20 miles straight on one road. They're fine with hopping around at that price. So I think that we're hopping around to where if on our plan of a road that we have intentions of paving from the road commission, if it's deteriorating at a rate, it's not gonna last for the 3 or 4 years to where it goes overboard, to where now you need a total reconstruction or a 3.5-inch pave. We alter revise that plan and hop up there and do the 2 miles. That's what's taking place right now. I chose to go up to Meridian Road and get that road covered up, and Fairfield Township's gonna jump on board with us and do 2 miles up there. So all Meridian Road will be done. So to answer your question, Troy, we're gonna go across Beard Road.
Do you
and
know
then-
how far are you coming east or west this year?
Well, we're gonna come all the way to 52. Not this year. We're only gonna go to Reed Road this year. And we extended it 1.5 miles. We weren't gonna go to Reed Road, but I talked to the commissioners about it, and they gave me permission to go another couple $100,000 and go to Reed Road, because Burns Township wants to jump on board with it and do Reed Road for 2 miles. So, so as I speak here, you can see how townships jump aboard on that project and get on the bandwagon. So we're gonna stop at Reed this year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then the rest of it's probably the year after, or?
I always like to say that's our intentions. We're gonna go as long as the money stays there. And right now, I don't see no reason why we wouldn't continue on. The money's still gonna be there for what we see for ORDA, for the MTF. So I anticipate we're gonna go all the way to 52 on Beard in 26. And then we're gonna move over to Woodhull Township and do Bath Road. So that's gonna be your plan. And now we're gonna move up the west border and go up into Middlebury Township and so on and so forth.
So you're not planning on doing Beard between 52 and west?
That's in good shape. We may chip seal it. That wasn't too long ago that was paved. So there may be a section down as you come down after that private road down there where there's a little bit of wheel tracking. So we'll look at it, Troy. If it needs paved, we'll certainly pave it. So, but if there's areas on our big project from point A to point B that don't warrant paving, we certainly aren't going to pave it just to build the road up. We'll chip seal it. We'll do some sort of treatment on it.
Yeah, I mean, at a minimum, it should be chip sealed.
Sure.
At some point.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a section up in Antrim Township on Beard Road, from State Road over to Cork, that had a 3.5-inch paving on it in 2015, and it's in really good shape. I'm not paving that.
I'll be darned.
I'm gonna chip seal that. There's just no reason to pave it. It's in wonderful shape. Rose Boulevard, I know there's been a little bit of question, so just to go on the record, Smith is going to chip seal that and seal that up. We allowed them because it got too cold in the fall and we didn't want to jeopardize the integrity of the chip seal. So we allowed them to do it in the spring coming out. We will get that taken care of.
And you got a copy of my DDA minutes, right, where I mentioned?
I did, thank you.
Okay. Well, then, you're gonna be busy here in the Perry Township.
Busy. So,
I mean, we aren't gonna do that gravel project. There's no way to do that, so.
No, that's okay.
so as far as Lansing Road, I know that's always a question of yours, Troy, when we're gonna start
Well,
that.
yes.
So we're starting this year.
Yeah.
That all came to fruition. We're starting in Duran. We're gonna go 2 miles, just over 2 miles over, just past Newburgh Road. In 26, it's already submitted to MDOT, and we've been granted the funds again. We're gonna drop down again, we're gonna make it to Grand River or Windmill Point right there. And we're gonna be averaging about 2 to 2.25 miles a year. Finally got all the language from Morris, the resolution, sent them a sample resolution to submit to MDOT to adopt the section of the villages of Morris on Lansing Road down to Morris Road. It's about a half a mile there. So that's all taken care of. We'll be submitting that in March with our Act 51. So, and then that'll be ours. And so we're gonna do that section when we come through to get to 52.
So, but I mean, we're looking at several years before you get to 52.
Well, I would, everybody's several years are different. We're doing 2 miles a year, what is it, 8 miles across there, 10 miles across there, so 5 years. You know, it's not that long. It'll be here before you know it, time flies.
It's gonna be in rough shape in the next 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Morris is talking about finishing up from First Street to Britain. Are you working in conjunction on that too,
No, the Britton Road through Morris isn't ours.
or? Okay.
So they're gonna do, Britton from, I think they're doing a Fed Aid project. I went to an RTF meeting the other day of funding, and if I'm not mistaken, they wanna do from, down by from the village limits, west of Morris, down to, Morris Road, if I remember right. They wanna do that section, and that's all Fed Aid money.
Yeah, but you have to remember, Morris does their own thing, that we have nothing to do with that, neither does the
Yeah.
road commission.
But I'm sure that's a project. As a matter of fact, I'm certain of it. That's what they said, so that's what they're proposing to do.
So my only other comment is, I don't wanna lose track of that other piece of Beard Road, cause that really, years ago, that got bad. I mean, it got really, really bad, and there was, there's problems, cause it's changed some, but we had, the city of Perry had, bordered some of it, and they would never contribute, cause they said that's the county's problem, and,
Sure.
I don't wanna lose track of that, so.
No, you got my word, we won't lose track.
The other question I had is on the scratch course seal coat. You normally don't do any shoulders on that, right?
No, what we do is we come through and afterwards, we'll bring our shoulder tuck down, and if there's low
Try and
drop
pull it
offs,
up.
we doctor them up, absolutely. Yeah. And what we're finding right now is Farner Asphalt is our chip seal company, and they have gotten so good at what they do. Back in the day, they used to spread a lot of stone on it, sweep most of it off, and that would fill in that cursor along the road. And it's wasted stone from them, really. And they've got so good at what they do, there's not a lot of waste anymore. So we found ourselves going out and gravel.
Right, but we don't have the stone to fill the shoulder up. Well, I've seen on some of those, we're starting to get a little,
You're darn right there.
and that destroys a road as fast as
Right.
anything.
Yeah. So we got that disc now, you guys are aware that we got that disc we pull behind the tractor. We intend to use it again this year, a lot more than we used it last year. And that will reclaim that gravel that's pushed out there back up to the edge of metal also. So,
Any questions? Veronica, any questions? No? Okay. And the staff is good, everything's going well?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
You know,
okay, perfect, all
All
right.
right, very good. Well,
Thank you.
if you have any problems or anything, give me
Your
a call.
timing was perfect, so there you go.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a wonderful evening, and thanks again for having us here.
yep.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
guys for coming, appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. See ya. Joy. Watch out for deer.
Yeah.
Butch said he saw about 40 deer where he's coming here. They're all in the fields running around, so be careful. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go back. Our county commissioner is here, and Matt Shepherd. And Matt, have you got anything you want to tell? Have you been to any meetings at the county level?
Well, last month, we paid bills for the end of December and beginning of January, amounting to $6.5 million.
Okay.
I am not completely abreast of all the budgeting stuff. We have a county budget of $22 million, which has come up over the last 10 years. I'd say probably close to 10 million. The sheriff's department, we allowed them to replace 3 of their high mileage vehicles, 1 out of the general fund, 1 out of the sheriff's fund, and 1 out of grant system. So we'll have 3 good operational Tahoes. They didn't care for the Explorers or whatever.
Okay.
And they haven't decided if they're gonna use what they have as trade-in or just outright sell them. If they're able to sell them, then the county benefits from the sale of those vehicles.
Okay.
You know, the state does the same thing with their state trooper vehicles, so.
How's the staff on the sheriff's department? Is it okay?
As far as I know, it's okay.
Okay. I
Uh,
haven't heard. I just,
uh,
okay.
Late last year, or fall or something, the dog catcher became a deputy, so they don't have animal control. And is it the Humane Society? That's closed up completely.
Yeah.
There was talk a little bit about increasing dog licenses or something, but
You know, Matthew, that's interesting, because Troy and I were talking this last week about the dog licenses, and maybe you remember when you had a dog, or I think you have some animals, but you have to come in here and pay your dog. Now they make you go all the way to Corona, and we're thinking that the amount that they're collecting has probably dropped off a lot.
Yeah, I'd be super
Substantial.
curious in the last couple, 3 years what it's done.
What it's really brought in. We don't think they're getting.
Because last year was the first year we didn't do it. And it used to be you could buy it at your vet. And now
yeah,
you have,
used to be able to buy it wherever you went to your vet
Exactly.
or.
It's a problem.
right, now you can only place to buy it is the county treasurer's office.
And you can
Where you
go-
have to go through security and everything
Or
else
you
to
can
get
do it
it.
by mail.
Can you do it by mail now?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
with the
you can-
county, but I mean,
You can do it online or whatever.
I would just be curious.
How much they really got?
I mean, has dog license revenue stayed the same or has it gone down?
It is really went
I don't
down.
know.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, if we just keep raising it because people aren't getting their dog license because it's such a pain to get, I mean,
Makes you wonder.
we're not accomplishing
And then
anything.
on top of that, what you said is very true, that they've shut down where the sheriff, the man that was assigned to go get the dog and put it somewhere, they're taking them all the way to Saginaw now. And
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
There's a lady, I will give you her phone number. She was actually in Perry, city of Perry, but your name come to my mind, but I wanted to talk to you first before I talk to her. But she wants to let people know that she's working with Dr. Boggs and trying to get something for put these dogs in, and she's working with 2 or 3 people in our community. And I thought maybe I'd give you her name, and maybe you want to call her. Maybe it might be something you could really help with. Because you know a lot of people around here.
If you lose your dog, then you gotta try to track it down if you don't have a chip in them or something. And if they're clear up to Saginaw, that's an hour drive.
And she said, this lady down in Perry said, and they only accept so many, and you can bring that dog all the way up there, and they won't, you're not guaranteed they're going to accept the dog.
Yeah.
That's not good. Anyway,
I think the bottom line question is, what do the dog license fees go for? If we don't have an animal control, we don't have a humane society,
what's all
we
this-
don't have an animal shelter, what are we doing with that money?
Where's it going? So it's a problem, but anyway.
something to look at
Not
least.
my pocket.
I know, but I just let you know, we've been more talking about it,
Yeah.
kind of here
Yeah.
at the hall. Anything else?
Not that I can think of in general,
Okay.
but things will come about, and like I said,
Yeah.
is that 6.5 million gonna really hardly affect us? Because it was just paying for the end of December and the beginning of January.
Wow.
And, wow, if that is our major bill paying time, I don't know.
Yeah. As you're there, you'll probably get more.
Acclimated.
I trust you guys get a bills list, Tonio.
Yes.
Okay.
It was
All right.
pretty long,
But I mean, it has detail.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
All right, thank you, Matthew. Okay, we have just a couple more items, the salary resolutions.
So in February, we have our salary resolution, subject to be acted on at the annual meeting.
At the end of the meeting.
So this is for the supervisor, clerk, and the treasurer.
Okay,
So right now, the supervisor and the treasurer at $24,000 a year, the clerk is at $30,000 a year. Which we made that adjustment last year because of all the,
elections and
Right.
everything they had to go through.
or excuse me, the clerk's at 28.5 a year, sorry. 28.5.
I think it's 30.
Yeah, 30, yeah, right. I keep
That's
moving
okay.
numbers around.
That's okay, yeah. All right, we don't have to do anything, you're just announcing that.
No, we have to do them tonight, yes.
But the what now?
We have to approve salary resolutions tonight
Oh,
to act on them at the annual meeting.
okay, oh, I see.
What's your suggestion, Troy?
So my suggestion was to go $1,000 a year. That's a modest 3% increase. That was my suggestion.
What did we do last year? About the same.
Yeah, roughly the same. We made a major adjustment to the clerk
Well, I know we did, because
Yeah.
of the,
because of the increased
I
election.
know the county did it pretty much across the board, 2%.
yeah, okay, okay.
Well, I'll make a motion that
We have to do each office individually.
Make a motion, we adjust the supervisor's pay to $1, no, to $25,000.
Thank you. All right, Mark has made a motion.
I'll second it.
Butch,
Sorry.
Troy is seconded. All right, roll call vote. Kelly, or Veronica? Excuse me.
Troy Parmalee,
Yes.
Mark Foltz,
Yes.
Mark Frazier,
Yes.
Francis Griffith,
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes.
Okay.
Make a motion, we adjust the treasurer's salary to $25,000.
I'll second that. Roll call vote. Veronica, when you're done writing.
Frazier moved it.
Oh.
Or Mark Frazier, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Mark Foltz,
Yes.
Mark Frazier,
Yes.
Francis Griffith,
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee.
Yes. I'll make a motion, we set the clerk's salary at $31,000 a year.
Second.
Okay,
Butch second.
Troy and Butch seconded. Okay. Okay. Roll call vote lastly on that one. Even number.
Mark Frazier,
Yes.
Francis Griffith,
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee.
Yes.
Mark Foltz.
Yes.
And then these are the ones that have to be done a month before the annual meeting. The other ones the trustees, the other boards, the deputies,
At the
we
meeting.
can set at a later time.
So we need to set the meeting date for the annual meeting, which is normally during our, we started at 7 during our next month, which is March 5th, right?
I don't know how it would be March 5th.
Is it March 5th?
It might be Mark.
Should be 4th.
Is it the 4th?
My
Wednesday.
phone in my coat pocket.
Yeah, it's March.
I forgot mine at home.
Yeah, it's March 5th. Okay, our agenda says February 4th. That's why I was off. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the thing about February and March is the days, so
Oh, that's
line
right.
up.
Oh, this is February. Now, your minutes are wrong. Okay, February.
You're good. I knew they had to be the same. That's all.
That's right. February and March are the same, so it'll be the 5th.
Be the 5th or the 4th?
The 5th. Your minutes are wrong at the top.
You're fine.
I
Change that
am so
photo.
sorry, it's because
I knew they had to be the
I
same.
finished writing it yesterday, guys, on the 4th.
Yeah. So I will make a motion that we, did you make a motion or not?
Nope.
I make a motion, we set the annual meeting date and time and the budget hearing
Troy,
for March 5th at 7.
seconded by Butch. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we've got one more thing to just set the budget workshop date, and that's when we get together and go over the workshop
Correct.
items.
So we need to find a night somewhere in the next couple of weeks,
Okay.
okay?
Last year, we did it on the day before Valentine's Day. We did it on the 13th, as I checked.
What day of the week is that?
Tuesday, and you had us come in at 6:30. I don't know why. We come in instead of 7, we put in at 6:30.
I had us?
I think you did.
Veronica, you got kids and stuff, what, I mean, so this,
I
I
see.
mean, this is where we work on the budget. It takes, it's about as long as it
Monday,
normally.
Tuesday, Wednesday, any of those 3 work.
Say again?
Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week work for me.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next
What-
week?
Yep, whatever day works for you
Well,
guys.
Thursday is the 13th.
Yep.
Doesn't matter to me.
No, but you said the 13th.
He's just talking about what last year
Last year was.
Next week, I mean,
Are you okay?
how would next Wednesday work for you?
Next Wednesday be perfect.
Works for me.
Wednesday?
Butch?
Wednesday? Any day. Any day is a good day.
Hey, good.
Unless we get 6 inches of snow. Or 5. All right, what day is that?
The
February
12th.
12th.
12th? Okay. At what time?
7.
7? Sorry, Mark. 7, okay.
Fine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Check.
We have to post it as a special meeting, so.
So, is there anything else, Veronica, that I left out? Troy, that I left out? Mark, I left out? No? Butch? All right. All right. What time is it?
Did you want public comment again?
Oh, public comments.
I should probably also include that the court system, we elected to appoint a research attorney for the court system.
Okay.
So that the attorneys that are all still so busy, they're not bogged down with paperwork.
Research attorney. Okay. Thank you, man. Okay.
Motion to adjourn,
What time is it?
Second.
7:58.
7. Okay, okay. Seconded by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.